Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me once again for one of these Fate Grand Order Diary entries. And last time, we got Tets pretty darn quickly, like surprisingly quick, and then we put the rest into Avalon, who decided she was not quite as fond of showing up. So we are going to be going into our next one that we are going, which is going to be one of my favorite servants. And it is going to be Ibuki Douji, the summer version from her of last year. I just like the kind of Shuten Ibuki kind of disambiguous servant that they have there, and and all of them are drawn by Raita, I think. So I like his artwork that he does as well, or hers. I don't know what Raita is. I'm assuming it's a guy, but I could be wrong. But we are going to be coming on in to get a little bit of that Ibuki Douji potentially there. So always going to be starting off with a little bit of a one-shot there, just to see if maybe it happens. But this time, just a craft essence, a little bit of divine construct to get that Excalibur. And I mean, if you can probably tell, I really like Edmond Dantes. Edmond Dantes is my favorite servant there. Other ones that are near the top, along with Ibuki, is going to be Ozymandias. Yeah, there's just something about them there that I all really like. I really like the voice actor there. I mean, it's very iconic. So that's definitely a part of it there. But we are going to get in here for our Ibuki Douji summons just to see if maybe she wants to show up in our Chaldea to get this final copy of her there. Getting a little bit of Zenobia showing up there. Maybe trying to get us prepared for it there. I'm not certain if I had done the skip there properly. It looks like I had, but just 2 copies there. Nothing spectacular, so we're just gonna go in for another round, see if maybe Ibuki will show up here. Maybe here. Oh no. So we are going to be looking for a Berserker this time, because that is what she is in here, and very good arts Berserker that wave clears, so it's very good in order to use her there to 3-turn different nodes there, especially during the lottery box events, because the quicker that you can get through them there, the more that you're able to get in a single time. So it looks like nothing's coming up on that one there. Just a little bit more Taigon Wan fishing there, which it's nice to see him there. But we are looking for that beautiful Berserker. And she has Utsumi Erisei, I believe, along with her there, a Avenger for it. But one that I really haven't used all too much. I think she might be another art, like an arts AoE clearer there, but doesn't have quite the same sort of NP gain factor that others have, so I don't think that she's able to be used for those sorts of 3-turn wave clears. So it's an oh well type of deal, but eventually the hope is to get a lot of the servants up really high so that I would be able to get their special bond craft essences. Most of them don't really do all that much there. There are some that are very nice with them there, and some you just get very quickly because servants are really good, so you just get their stuff up real quick. 8 Bloodlines is a 4-star common CE that is not complete yet because it's newer, so I'll certainly take that there. And it follows up with a little bit of Taigon Wan fishing, so it's trying to bless us there. Bless us with the fish. But overall, like I had said I'm trying to think of any other servants that are kind of at my top there. I do prefer the Ozymandias to the Gilgamesh. I don't know. There's just a different sort of aura that I get between them where, I don't know. I for whatever reason, I'm not as big a fan of the Gilgamesh kind of confidence and pompousness, but when it comes to the Ozymandias one, it's not quite as bad. A little bit of twin tails there, both the styling as well as two-tailed beasts there. So, beautiful little summer craft essence on that one there. But, have to be going fishing a whole lot with Typhon 1. That's the only stipulation for this, I guess. Pinako, we got to get you out of the room. Join us for a little bit of summer vacation there, because it's time. You need to get out there with the rest of them. And it looks like nothing going along with that one there. Not even a Utsumi to kind of satisfy the pulls there. Now, I will be planning on, when it does come out, to be pulling for the Scatha Scotty summer one there, just to get an extra one of each of them. And that should put them all in a good space for me. Get another Twin Tails there, Always will enjoy a little bit of Koyanskaya, and I do not know how to pronounce the Ukrainian servant's name there. And another Infinity Blue, which I think I had just one needed more to MLB a second copy, so that is always a good sign there. So thank you very much for showing up. Now, that servant from Southeast Asia that showed up alongside the Trung sisters there, this guy here, it's strange how their body changes so much there. Like, they have like a very cute chibi kid form there, but then they also have this adult form that I don't think you really see all that much there. I mean, their Noble Phantasm I don't think does any damage, so it's not one that I normally use. So maybe it has like a special effect like some of the other ones where there are different possibilities of different things showing up that I'm not aware of, and that, maybe they show up in that other form more frequently. But I think it was just maybe a enemy version of them that showed up like that, maybe? I don't know. I recently, for a lot of the events, I've just been skipping over the dialogue, only reading the main story ones, just because I don't really have the time to be reading as much dialogue as I have been able to. So I know at some point I want to be able to come back and read all of the different events there, because they are comedic, but they also have they introduce servants from mainline stories that are like, here's how they end up joining you, or they might actually foreshadow future servants within them there, because both of those have happened. I mean, like, Joanna showed up in the Valentine's Day event, but she was part of the Trom story. And I'm trying to remember when there was another servant that was kind of, a good example of that there would be the, what do you call it there? The Kara no Kyokai event. You end up getting a reveal of Edmond Dante's my favorite guy, who then shows up in the prison one later on. Okay, so a little bit of Utsumi Erise? Yep. So at least we got one of her there, though it's looking like... okay, so it looks like we actually are getting two of her there with how quickly that showed back up there. Okay, I mean, I'd rather get multiple copies of her as opposed to Hisi and Lobo, since we get a ton of Lobo, and better to get coins for the limited servants there. But we are still looking for Berserker. But yeah, I mean, having Edmond Dantes show up as a a servant there that was kind of foreshadowed. I guess that's a little bit of a pun there, unintended. But, I mean, doesn't have much of a presence, but does have some significance to even Solomon's story. Alrighty, so now that we've got 2 of those, we are on our last spin here for this bout to see if maybe Ibuki wants to show up for us, because we are still looking for 1 copy of her, and as well we would be looking for 1 copy of Lady Avalon that we were not able to get in the last one either. But these are proving to be not quite as simple as the Tet summons. So, again, it would be great to be able to just exchange 1-for-1 servants, the 5-star servants that you've gotten with other ones, but this looks like it's another servant there. Is it going to be a Berserker? It is. Could it really be? And it is. Oh, yes. Yes, she comes home. She comes home to be completed there in the literal last spot of the spin. Oh, Ibuki, we adore you. You are fantastic, and we will always appreciate you coming by and being able to destroy the enemy servants and just enemies in general. So, thank you for dropping by and bringing me the luck that was needed in order for Ibuki to show up here right at the very end. I hope that you'll have a lot of luck with your own summons or anything that you are up to. And please take care of yourself. I'll look forward to having you come back again. So in the meantime, have a good day, good evening, good night, and I'll see you next time.